that's that. I wasn't wrong when I said it went exponentially. Hello, welcome to the very first episode of Tech Owl. I am super excited to be doing this. I really hope you enjoy it. So let's get started. Alright, so today I'm going to be using CodePen. It's a front-end code editor that supports CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. But today I'm just going to be focusing on JavaScript. And also, I think today, what I'm going to try to do is create a program that logs every number in the Fibonacci sequence. And for reference, here's the Fibonacci sequence. In this case, no one here knows what it is. It's pretty much the principle that you we start with 0, and then go to 1, and then take the last two numbers you've had and add them together. So 1 plus 0 would equal 1. 1 plus 1 equal 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2 would be 5. 5 plus 3 would be 8. And so on. So you get crazy big numbers. It's known as the golden ratio as well. So it's kind of found everywhere in nature. So today we're just going to be making something that'll log it. I'm sure it'll be super easy. So, yeah, let's get started. Alright, so for this, I'm thinking I need a for loop. I need something to loop over and over again to log a number. So, there. We also, I'm thinking, probably need a couple of variables, either 2 or 3. I'm not sure. Alright, so here I put 3 variables, A, B, and C. That's not super creative, but it will work. So let me finish this for loop. Alright, so yeah, variable A, variable B, and variable C, and my for loop. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set variable A to 0 and variable B to 1. And what am I going to set variable C to? I think I'll do that later. Or how about for now we just set variable C to equal B. Alright. So let's change this to 1,000. So here, let's log, or let's do a thing called document.write. So instead of logging it in the console, which is down here, we log it just on this screen. So and what I'm gonna write, let's write C. I think that'll work. And yeah, since C equals to B and B equals to 1, it just writes 1 over and over and over again. Alright, I mean that's fine. Now what I'm gonna do is we've logged C, and the first part of it is right, and I guess the second one too, but after that they're not all supposed to be 1s. So what we want to do is slowly increase it, but to like an exponential rate. So I'm gonna have C equal I guess A plus B. I think that'll work. Alright, and then I'm gonna have A, so A and 0. I'm gonna have A equal to B. So yeah. So now the first 2 is right, and the third number in the Fibonacci sequence is right, but the rest are wrong. So I think what I'm going to do next is have B equal to C, I think. That would work. Yeah, let's try that. So B equals C. No, sorry, C. 1, 1, 2, 3, 8. No, 8. 13, 21. Sorry, let's put a space between these. Oh. Yikes. Alright, well that's... I wasn't wrong when I said it went exponentially. Man, it works. Well, it does work. Alright, that's good. That is really good. Man, it just keeps increasing. Good thing I capped it at 1,000. Alright, so it works. That was easier than I thought. But let's try to visualize it. So we have A equaling 0, B equaling 1, C equaling B, which equals 1. We run it for the first time through this loop. It writes C, and as we can tell, C equals B and B equals 1. So it writes 1. And then we change C to A plus B, which is 0 plus 1. Alright, so C still equals 1. Then A equals to B, so A equals 1 now, and B equals to the C, which is still 1. So now we log it again, do another 1, and then we do C equals A plus B, and remember this time A is 1 and B is 1, so that would equal 2. Then we turn A to B, which is 1, so A was already 1, so it doesn't really change. But this time we turn B to C, and C, 1 plus 1 is 2. So now A is 1, and B is 2. We do it again. C equals 2. C equals A plus B, and B is 2, and A is 1, so 3. A equals B, which is 2. And B equals C, which is 3. So now A is 2, and B is 3. I hope you follow this. I hope I'm not confusing you. So when we run this again, C is equal to 3. Then we do it again, C is 5. And then, yeah, you know the process. So it just keeps going. I'm really proud of myself, not gonna lie. But I want to see if there's a more efficient way of doing this. So I'm gonna go look at other people's code to see if they've done anything better that I could improve my code with. Alright, so here I have the Fibonacci sequence by a person named devlucky. So if we look at their code, I guess here it is, they used a function and wrapped that around their code. That's a really good idea. That's something, of course, I didn't do, and I probably should have. I like that better. And they have, variable A, variable B, and a variable called temp, which I guess in the context of my code would just be a variable C. And they used a while loop instead of a for loop. I guess there's not much different with that. Alright, and then temp equals A. I used C equals B, so I used B instead of A. But I guess that's the same. And then yeah, A equals A plus B. That equals out. That makes sense. Then B equals C. Alright. So it's pretty much the same thing as my code, just with a function in a while loop and a couple different names. Oh, and then they returned B, I guess. So interesting thing about their code that I can't do is, since they have a parameter up here in their function, that means they can declare the function Fibonacci with the number in here, and it would return it wouldn't return the number they put in it, but it would return that number interval of where it is in the Fibonacci sequence. So say I typed in 3, it would return the third number. That would be 2. Yeah, so I really like that. I'd say their code's probably better than mine, but it's also really, really similar. I definitely should have put my code into a function. I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, so let's try to find another one. Alright, so for the second example, I actually have a YouTube video instead of an article. And this video was by someone named betacoding. And I'm sorry about the resolution. You know, his video wasn't that great resolution, and it's just worse when I'm using my recording software on it. But what he's done is, I mean, he's put his into an HTML, you know, he's like got a script tag on that and stuff, so his is probably more proper than mine. But basically what he did is exactly the same as mine. Like, it is scary how similar our code is. He used A, B, and instead of C he used results, and he also used a for loop. He doesn't have his in a function, but he document.wrote the results, which is C, and then he used the result equals A plus B, then A plus B and B plus result, or C, which, as you can see, is pretty much exactly what I did. That's funny. I promise I did not copy off of him. But I guess there's not many different ways to write this, or at least not really many simple ways to write this. So that's understandable how our codes be similar. Alright, so I like his code, and I especially like the other guy's code. Devlucky, I think. I like the idea of putting my code into a function, but the video is already getting pretty long, so maybe I'll do that some other time, or just on my own time. But I think that's a really good idea, putting into a function, because then you can call the function for different things. Like, you call it to find the exact number in a certain, like, different spot in the Fibonacci sequence. Say you want the 10th number in the Fibonacci sequence, you could call that, and you'd find like the 10th number somewhere there. But yeah, alright, well, I think that was fun. I learned something new, and I hope you guys did too. I'm sorry if I was speaking too fast or slow, or if you couldn't see the words. I probably should have zoomed it in a bit. But if there's any problems, you just leave it down in the comments. You can tell me what I'm doing wrong, and I'll try to fix it. And again, this is my first video, so please don't never come back because it sucked. Please just give me some positive feedback, and I promise I'll make these better. And again, if you like this, maybe think about subscribing. Maybe leave a like. If you didn't like it, don't leave a like, I guess. I don't know. Alright, well, yeah, I hope you had fun with this. I'll come back next time. Probably going to do another video in a week. And,